Hey, what's up guys? Back again with another video in the Spigot series. So this time we're going to finally finish our ArmorStand GUI plugin.
Let my insecurities take over. Right now it's kinda hard to stay sober. Last thing I wanna hear is it's over. Love is deadly, it's gonna put me in a coma. If I lose you, then I'm losing my
Alright guys, so we've made good progress with the plugin. We've made some features like, well, let's check it out actually. We can open up the create menu here for our ArmorStand, and then we can add a few options like add arms, we don't have this armor option yet, so we can add armor. We're going to do that this episode actually. We're going to make it so that they can add armor to their ArmorStand, but also we have the glow option, and then we have the base option. If they want to, they can remove the options. That's good too. And then if they're done, or if they're not done, we can actually cancel it. But if they are done, we can click this here, and now it's going to create our ArmorStand here. And as you can see here, it has all the options that we just added. But yeah, so like I said, we're going to be adding the armor option, so they can add armor to their ArmorStand, which is one of the main parts that we're going to be doing. But also we're going to finish off our plugin by adding some configuration in our config.yml so that they can change the, the messages that are sent to the user, like some custom options for the messages in case they want to do that. And yeah, so we're just going to finish everything finally. I know it's been a long little 4 episodes in this little 4-part series, but we're going to finish off, and then I'll show you next episode how to upload the plugin to Spigot, okay? Just in case you want to do that. So anyway, let's go back here and start making our inventory menu here. So if we go to this, let's find the part. Okay, so here, if they click leather chest plate inside of the create menu, then we want to make it so that it opens up a ArmorStand select menu. Okay, so let's create that menu, right? Because that's what we need to do. So let's go ahead and go back to our main class here, and we'll make a new method here near the bottom. We'll call it public void open armor menu. Okay, so this will obviously open the armor menu, and we're going to pass player as an object like we did the other 3 times. And so now that we have that, we can create our inventory, of course. So inventory, we'll call it armor menu is equal to bucket.create inventory player, and then we want the number of slots, so we'll just do 45 so we have lots of space to add, armor pieces and stuff like that. And then let's give it a name, so we'll call it chat color. Not chat color like that, and we'll just make it blue, and we'll just say choose some armor. Okay, so that will be it'll allow them to choose some armor for their inventory. Okay, so right after we do that, of course, we're going to add the items to the inventory. So if you think about it, we're going to want a confirm option. So once they're done selecting the armor pieces that they want to add to their ArmorStand, let's make it so they can confirm that they're done adding armor, and then it'll take them back to the other inventory. So we're going to make a confirm option here. So item stack confirm is equal to new item stack, and we'll give it a material of green wool because that's pretty universal in terms of yes and no options. So green wool, just like that. Okay, and so let's give it some metadata, of course, so we can give it a name pretty much. So item metadata confirm meta is equal to confirm.get item meta, and then we could do confirm meta dot set display name chat color chat color green, and we can say done. So that will let the plugin know that they're done selecting armor, right? And then finally we want to add that meta back to the item. Okay, so confirm meta, just like that. So that will do all of that for us. But now let's actually add the other options that they can choose, of course, because of course we need to add the armor that they actually want to select and remove and stuff like that. So just to keep it simple for this plugin, we're going to only have 4 armor options. We're going to have a diamond helmet, diamond chestplate, diamond leggings, and diamond boots, okay? And if you're going to, actually code the whole plugin pretty much, like do it detailed, you probably want to have every armor piece in the game. But just to keep it simple, because, we're trying to keep the episodes pretty short, we're just going to have 4 armor pieces, okay? But it's fine, because we're still going to be demonstrating how to do whatever we're about to do, okay? So anyway, let's go ahead and add the 4 armor pieces here. So item meta head is equal to new item, not item meta, item stack. There we go. Item stack head is equal to new item stack material diamond helmets. Okay, and I'll add the other 3 items. Okay, so I added the other 3 items. So we have the head, the body, the legs, and the boots, which is going to be your diamond helmet, diamond chestplate, diamond leggings, and diamond boots. And so after that, of course, we want to add those actually 5 items, all 5 of these to our inventory down here. So right before they open the inventory, which we're going to do with player open inventory armor menu. So right before we do that, we're going to add the items to our inventory. So we can do that like this. So armor menu dot set item, and then in in the 11th index slot, we'll put head. I've already figured out what slots I want ahead of time, so if you don't know what slots to put your items in, then just go ahead and open up the menu so you can figure it out, okay? But anyway, I'm going to put in the 11th slot, and then I'm going to put armor menu to set item 12. That'll be the body slot. Armor menu set item 14. That will be the leg spot. Armor menu set item 15. That will be the boots. And finally, we want the confirm option to be in the 40th spot. So 40th. So item 40. Confirm. Okay, so that will add all of those items to the menu. So let's go ahead and test this out. Well, actually, first we need to add it here. So we'll do plugin.open armor menu player. Okay, so that will open the armor menu when they select the leather chest plate option. So that should work. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this plugin, or compile it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's test it out. So we'll click armor here, and now as you can see here, we have our armor menu. It says choose some armor, and then we have all these armor pieces that we can move around and stuff like that. So obviously the next part will be to make it so that they cannot move stuff around, and also to make it so that the armor pieces are added whenever they click on them and stuff like that. Okay, so let's do all of that. We'll do that in the menu handler class here. So what we need to do is add another option for the armor menu. So we'll do final string armor menu, and then we'll take the title from the other thing here, just like that, and that will add it for us. Okay, so let's go down here and actually add the menu now, so that we can have that functionality for us. So if else, let's do e.getClickedInventory.getTitle equals ignore case, and then we can check the title of it, so armor menu, which is something we just added, of course. And then if that is, or is it else if, oops, just like that. So yeah, now that we have selected the armor menu, assuming that's what they selected, we can now check and see which item they clicked on. So we can do switch statement here. So the switch statement will check and see which item they clicked on. So e.get current item.get type. Okay, so the first one we want to check, of course, is going to be the helmet, because that's the first option that we have here, the head, helmet, whatever. So we can check and see diamond helmet right there. So once they select helmet, we want to add it to the armor stand, right? So how do we do that? So what I was thinking is we can check and see before we have the switch statement here. So I'll Control X to cut that. We want to check and see. Oops. Oh, it's in caps lock. That's why. Yeah, we want to check and see if the player in their armor stand is already in the hash map. So let's go ahead and do all that. So that will do basically what we did up here, where we check and see if they're inside the hash map right here. So that's what we're gonna do. So if plugin.armorstands.contains key player. So if the player is inside of the hash map, then we can go ahead and get an instance of the armor stand that they have stored inside of the hash map. So armor stand is equal to plugin.armorstands.get player. Okay, so that will get the armor stand that we can actually edit and stuff like that. So now we can put our switch statement down, and then now that they selected the diamond helmet option, we can do stand.set helmet, and then we can choose the item that we want to set it to. So obviously, well, it wants an item stack, so obviously we need to create a new item stack. So new item stack, and then we can just put diamond helmet inside of here. Okay, so that will add the diamond helmet, assuming that they clicked on the diamond helmet option, and then we can break once we're done with that. Okay, but let's also send them a message saying player.sendMessage added option, or just we'll do added. That's fine, because that will add it. Okay, so cool, that's what that will do. But let's say they add this diamond helmet, but they don't want it anymore, so they select it again. It'll just re-add it. So basically we want to check and see if it's already added, then go ahead and remove it, right? So if, let's see here, if stand.get helmet, so this will get the helmet that the armor stand has, let's see here, .get helmet, .get type, so it'll get the type of the helmet or the material. So if the type of the helmet is equal to material diamond chest, or no, diamond helmet, that means that the helmet is already added, obviously, because the helmet of the armor stand is diamond helmet, right? So that means it already has it. So what we want to do here is remove it. So we can do stand.setHelmet, and we can just say null instead of giving it an actual item. So that will basically set it to be nothing, right? So hopefully that'll work for us. So that will be doing that, and let's put remove, and then we could do an else here. So else statement, if there is no diamond helmet set to the type of the get helmet, then it'll add it, right? So we can do that with this code here. So that will add it for us. And so basically that will do that for the diamond helmet option, but let's add that for every item that we have. So we need to do the chest plate, the leggings, and the boots, right? So we can just go ahead and copy this pretty much and paste them. Oops. like that. There's 1, there's 2, there's 4. I just counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I meant to say. So diamond helmet, and then we want diamond chest plate. So that would check the chest plate for us. Chest plate, and then we want to set chest plate to null if there already is a chest plate, and then we want to add diamond chest plate like that. So we'll do set chest plate instead of set helmet. Don't make that mistake. I actually did that a minute ago when I tested the plugin out. I accidentally did set chest plate instead of set helmet when I tried to add it, because you know you're copying the code, so you might forget to change it. So anyway, so that was to, let's see here, what's the problem? Why is it? Oh, okay, that's fine. So anyway, so we'll do boots or leggings here. That's the next option. So diamond leggings, set leggings null, and set leggings. Okay, almost done. So now we'll set the boots, diamond boots, the boots with the fur. Okay, so that should add all those options for us, so they can now add and remove the armor options from their inventory. Okay, so let's try doing all of that. But first, actually, let's add the option for them to select the done option, of course, because we have that 5th item, which is the confirm option, so they can click that and it'll take them back to the other inventory, or the other menu, right? So if they select case green wool, meaning they selected that item, then we could simply do player.send message, armor confirmed, something like that, and then we could do just the plugin dot open inventory or open create menu player, just like that. So yeah, that will close the current inventory and then put them back in the create menu. Okay, so that will do all of that for us. So yeah, now that we're done doing all this, let's try testing it out. Okay, so we open the menu here, and now we can select some options. Now we'll open up the armor menu, and as you can see here, oh, we forgot to make it so that they cannot move items around, so we'll do that. So we'll do e.get or set canceled to true, so that will make it so they cannot move items. But anyway, once we click it, you can see that it says remove, and then when we click again, now it says added, and we can do the same thing for each one, so to add and remove it. And for some reason, it's going to have the armor invisible, or it's going to have the armor stand invisible, of course, because we set it to be invisible once we create it. But the armor doesn't go invisible for some reason. But I'm sure you can make it go invisible. I'm sure there's an option for that. So yeah, we're just going to leave it like that for now, because this plugin isn't meant to be perfect, but it's meant to show you all the main functionality. But I just want you to know that, okay? So anyway, so we set that option, so we'll go back and add some more options. We can also set the leggings, and then we can set the boots, and then once we're done, we can click done, and now it'll take us back to this menu here. And so once we're done finally, we can set some other options actually, and then once we're done, we can click complete and create, and now it's going to complete and create our armor stand here, right? So everything worked perfectly, right, as you can see. So hopefully you like that. It was a pretty simple thing. I mean, usually when you think that you have to do something like this, it would be hard, but actually making an armor menu is pretty simple. You just have to play around with it, really. But anyway, if you have any questions about, you know, making the armor menu, I'll be glad to help you. But we're not done yet. We actually need to add the configuration, so we can go ahead and do that now, okay? So let's go ahead and make a config. Oh, I accidentally have one already. I'll just delete it. That's fine. Let's see here. Delete. Okay, so we'll make a new one. New config.yml. And then we'll give the first item to be called, and we'll call the first thing create message. So this will be the message that is sent whenever they create the armor stand, of course. So we'll just say created armor stand, okay? And so if we want to add this to our plugin, of course, we can go back and, 1 second. We can go back and add it, so we can go back here. Let's find it where it sent that message. So created armor stand, as you can see here, so we can go back and do this. So actually what we need to do also is go back to our main class here and add our configuration, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. So we need to do something like this, where we have git config, where is it? Oops. Git config dot get defaults, get defaults? No, is that it? Oh yeah. Dot options dot get, or yeah, get copy defaults. Oops, sorry. So copy defaults, so that will copy the defaults. We don't need to have true inside of here. We just leave it empty. And then we could do save default config, and that will do all that. So anyway, that's going to allow us to use configuration within our plugin. So finally we can go back here and start retrieving the configuration data. So to translate all of the color codes that we added, we could do this. and then we could simply now go back here and find it. So plugin dot get config dot get string, and then whatever we named it is what we're going to put in there. So create message. So create message. So that will add the configuration option for the create message, of course. So now let's go ahead and let's reload this and test it out. Okay, so it's time to test it out. Let's do that. Boom, boom, and as you can see here at the bottom left, it says created armor stand in yellow, right? Because that's what we set it to be. So that works perfectly. So now we can change the configuration options for our messages. So let's add the options for our other messages that we might have. So we'll do delete message. So that will be the message that is sent whenever, of course, that they delete the armor stand for some reason. So deleted, oops, deleted, I can't spell, deleted armor stand. Okay, cool. And so that will add that. Let's also add the confirm option. So confirm option. And inside of here, we'll say option confirmed. And I'll show you what this one's for in a second. Okay, and then we want the delete or cancel option. So that will be the message that is sent whenever they cancel one of the options. Okay, cool. So let's add these for 3 options here. So we can go back in here and find it. Oh, canceled option. No, canceled armor stand. So that will be the message right here. So delete message. So we're just going to copy this thing here, and then we can just plug it right in here. Okay, and then we'll say delete message. So that will add that for us. And then finally we want the other 2, so option confirmed and then canceled option. So that's what that is for. So whenever they select, you know, the glow option or the arms option or the base option, it of course will say option confirmed or canceled option. So those are the custom messages. So confirm option will be the first one. So we'll just copy paste this. So confirm option. Okay, we'll just copy this for the other 3, or other 2 actually. Confirm option. And then confirm option. Okay, cool. So then we'll add the cancel option, because we already added that one also. So is that what we called it? Yeah, cancel option. Okay, cool. So we'll change this. So cancel option. Then we'll copy this for the other ones. Okay. And boom. Okay, so that will add all those. So let's try testing this out now. Alright, so let's test it out. So we'll open this here. Then we can click this, and now it says option confirmed. And then let's delete one of the options. And then we'll say option canceled, right? And then if we delete the armor stand, then it says deleted armor stand. Okay, so that means that those configuration options were successfully added. So one thing I would remove here is go back here. If we go to one of these armor stand or the armor option here, we can whenever we add and remove stuff, it says added and remove. So let's remove those messages because they're kind of annoying. And also these messages here, whenever it says add arms, whenever they open the option, let's delete these. They're kind of annoying. You might want to keep them in your plugin if you're doing this along with me, but I'm not going to keep them. They're kind of annoying for me. So we'll go back in here and we'll remove these. These pretty much were just for testing purposes, so I knew that things were working successfully. So that's why I had them in the first place. But now that we're done, we're just going to remove them. Okay. Alright, so that should, you know, remove all that. But let's go ahead and go back here. And as you can see here, where is it? For all of these menus here, we have them all with, you know, custom names, right? They all have custom titles. So let's make it in the config.yml where they can configure or change or add, custom titles for their menus, right? So we can do a hashtag here, or hash, whatever you want to call it. And that was a comment inside of a YML file. So we can say menu titles, okay? So inside of here, we can add the different menu titles. I've already got them typed out, so I'll just go ahead and copy and paste it pretty much right here. So that will add that will be all the, you know, names for our menus here. So armor stand, create an armor stand, confirm option, and choose some armor. Those are all the options here. So now we can go back into our plugin here and start adding them. So we'll do that. So this is our create menu. This is our main menu. So we'll do that for main menu. So chat color, .translate, and then we'll say plugin dot, or actually we're in the main class, so we'll do this .get config .get string, and what's the first one called? It's called main menu. Okay, so I'll get the main menu. So that will get the title for the main menu, and so that will be good. So we can just copy this for the other 2, and then we'll put this here, and then we'll call this create menu, and then we'll put this one here. This will be the confirm menu. Alright, there we go. Finally spelled it right. And then finally we have our last menu that we just made, which is the armor menu. Okay, armor menu. Alright, so that will be the 4 menu options, but of course we have to go back in here into our other class, our menu handler class, and change the menu options here also, because as you can see here, we have the 4 menu names. So here we want to change them also. Oops, we'll do plugin like that, and then we'll call it armor menu. So we'll go ahead and copy this. Okay. This will be the confirm menu. And this one will be the create menu. And then finally, this one will be the main menu. Alright, so we got all those options here. So finally, we'll go ahead and test this out, okay? Okay, so we'll test it out. As you can see here, we have the armor stand GUI, which is what we set it to be in the config.yml, and then we have this title here, and then as you can see here, pretty much all the title options work. So yeah, we're pretty much done. We added a lot of functionality to this plugin. It can do a lot of stuff. It can, you know, pretty much create an armor stand and then add a bunch of options to it, so that's pretty awesome. Of course, if you're going to make this plugin and spend some, of course, if you're really going to make this plugin for, you know, just whatever, you might want to spend more time on it because you want to make the best plugin possible. But of course, I'm not going to add everything, every single minor detail, because I'm just trying to show you all the main parts of how to make a plugin like this. But yeah, if I was going to make this plugin, you know, off camera, I would spend way more time working on it, right? And make it very awesome, spend more time on the small details and stuff like that. But anyway, if you have any questions about what we did, if you don't get something, you can ask a question in the comment section. Or we have a Discord in the description too. You can click the Discord link. You can join it, you know, hang out with us, ask questions, whatever you want to do. So make sure you do that. And yeah, also we have a new IP address for the Minecraft server that we're going to be using for this. We have a Minecraft server basically, that's pretty much it. But yeah, the IP's in the description if you want to check it out. It's in progress, but yeah, anyway. But also in the description we have all of the code from today's episode. This is going to be the final plugin code in case you want to check it out, you know. So yeah, make sure you bookmark that for future reference and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like. If you need to see more, subscribe, and peace.